Hello, please introduce yourself. Tell me your name, your age, and your civil
Okay,
status.
I will tell you something about myself. I'm Lilibeth Salazar. I'm from the Philippines and I worked 10 years in Israel as a caregiver. I used to work with a family and the old women. I used to work, my first employer was Beatrice Silver. He's a 94 years old women. And the other one is Malka Rivka from Israel also. So I worked with their family for 5 years and 7 months. So that's and the last employer that I have before I go to the Philippines is Alia Yakovinsky, which I worked only for her husband. Her husband was sick, and I worked her for only 2 months because her after 2 months her husband died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
So,
that's so I work in is this the first time I go an overseas employment is in Israel, and I worked there for 9 years and 7 months.
okay. And besides these jobs in Israel, have you worked
Any country?
mm-hmm, another in
No,
another country than Philippines
no.
or?
The in the Philippines I worked before in the industry, and then for 7 years in the company, an export company of jackets. We're making jackets, and then after that, after 7 years, I worked in the company. I resigned, and then I applied for an overseas work in Israel. Then I stay in Israel for almost 10 years.
Almost 10 years, yes. And have you, are you married?
No, I'm single.
So you don't have children.
No, I don't have children.
And do you have any experience in this field, in babysitting?
In children, yes, I have experience before I go to Israel, because in Israel I took care of an old woman and old man. But before I go to Israel, I used to work with, because I had a lot of nephews and nieces. I used to take care of them because of their parents are working. So being the youngest in the family, I used to take care of all my niece and nephews.
Okay, and you have experience with newborn children too?
Yes, also after my sister gave birth to my niece, I take care of a newborn baby.
Okay, so you know how to change diapers, prepare meals, milk.
Yes, I used to do that before I go to Israel. I used to have that kind of job before.
For how many years?
It's it's about 3 years that I have, because it's a family, so I didn't write it in my resume because it's a family. I don't consider it as a job.
Yes.
It's just like helping my sisters, my family members, taking care of their children.
And what about housekeeping chores?
That's the housekeeping chores. I have worked that in Israel for for the years I rendered there, housekeeping and nursing to the family which I worked before in Israel.
And did you cook also?
Yeah, I cook Israeli food, Moroccan food, because my employer before is half Moroccan and Israeli Moroccan. Moroccan.
What other type of dishes do you know besides this?
Uh, the Filipino food, the Chinese food, and the Israeli food. Um, some because I have a friend there, which is a Russian. She used to teach me how are their foods there in Russia, and I have also a friend in there in Israel, a Romanit. They call this from Romania.
Yes.
They call them in they call them, the people from Romania, as Romanit. So I called her Romanit also. So she used to bring me when she came back from Romania, the what do you call this, the cold cuts, the salami, which I saw in the pizza, like
Yes,
that.
yes.
They really love those foods, because since she's my friend, she used to tell me everything, that this is what we eat in Romania. This is how we eat this. This is how we cook this. how do we prepare this, and that's I have learned a little from that friend.
So you have some knowledge of Romanian
Yeah,
dishes.
it's because of a friend from Romania in Israel. We always talk during our rest hours, and when she make vacation and visit her family in Romania, she always bring me some food from their places.
I see. And what else do you know about Romania?
Uh, I forgot the word that she taught me before, because she also want to learn the Filipino language, and I told her I want to also learn the your language in Romania before. But some I heard when she talk, it's like a language from, because they're also Russian in Israel, so it's there is a similarities. When I heard her talking in Romania, there is somewhat similar, and she also talk like asparadit, a French, something like that, or she also like a Spanish. Sometimes
Okay.
I understand some of her talking, because our Filipino language also some Spanish word.
Okay. Okay. Do you know how to iron?
Yeah, I know how to iron because I used to work that there. Also in the family, I used to work.
Okay. When you took care of your nephews, what part did you find it most difficult when they were
Um,
little kids?
uh, um, it's the thing that I find really hard is something that little children, they really love to play, and when it's time to sleep, they also want to play more and more play. But I always talk to them. It's time for you to sleep. Tomorrow will be the time for the play, so you have to sleep. So I have to tell them stories. I have to make them clean before go to bed, and making them stories that will bedtime stories that will make them sleep while they, so that I can talk to them. That's the hard thing for me when those little children, because they really love to play
Of
all
course.
the time. They really love to play.
Of course. If you will be selected, how many years would you like to stay and work here in Romania?
uh, if I'm a, if God willing, I will be luckily selected by your company. So as long as the employers that hire me would like me to stay, and they really want me to stay there, I will stay there working for them as long as they want me to stay.
Okay.
And I hope we can have a good relationship.
Of course. And a final question. What recommends you to be selected?
I think I'm capable of the working that requires in Romania as a caregivers or as a housekeepers. I think I have the ability to, because I am a dedicated worker, as I experience the work, because I do not easily, I have trained to have a long patience, in the work. And I think I have the capability of doing the jobs, and taking the responsibility. If they given me the responsibility to do the job, when you do something, you have to have the heart in your job, so that you can do. A job is really hard, but if your heart is not there, you cannot do it nicely, or you cannot make the work, the responsibility that your employer given to you. Um, you cannot stay long there as long as you don't have the heart in doing those things that they give it, the task that they will going to give you.
Okay,
It
thank you